know how to self-regulate. And we would have been taken down. We're back. So, we're back here doing what we do every time we're on here. We are making fun of MAGA because they don't know how to self-regulate. We won't accept Ray-Ban 99 anymore. If you're Ray-Ban 99, I hope you understand that we're not going to accept you back up. And in fact, you will be blocked in short order. If you are whatever that last guy was, I'll remember you if I see you again, but I literally don't remember you already because you're not memorable. If you're back up, you will also be blocked because your entire point here is trying to get my live taken down. And we see that. We're not dumb. You are. You're the ones that are that. You're the ones that are dumb. Sorry. We know how this whole thing works, right? I even let you back up one more time to prove that you're a fucking coward who's just trying to get shit to happen so that I get taken down. Sorry, you're not going to get your way. I've been here for too long for you to be able to undermine me at this point. Ha ha ha, you don't win. In fact, half of the point of my live is that MAGA doesn't win here. You're not going to find yourself centered in this conversation. If you do, I'm not doing my job, and my followers are going to be pissed, right? So as long as you're on my live, this is my conversation. This is my conversation. You can engage in conversation with me as long as you're willing to engage within the boundaries of the rules, whether they're TikTok's rules or my own. As soon as you drop off and do not follow a rule that I have clearly set for you, you will be kicked because there are reasons for the rules, as there are anywhere. And you were a DEI hire. Me? I was a DEI hire? Interesting. How can you win against stupidity? You literally can't. That's kind of the point. Ray-Ban 99, you literally cannot, and that's what I'm telling you. It's impossible to win against you, right? Because you won't even have a conversation, is the problem. You don't know how to have a conversation. So, if you're MAGA, and there are 100 people in here right now, if you're MAGA, get up in the box. Don't be a coward. Come on. Ducky, your invites are off. I can't invite you. If you want to go into TikTok and change your settings, then maybe we can talk. But for now, you're too much of a coward to have your invites on. Okay? Is there a reason for that hair? It kind of grows naturally, as anybody's does. Like everybody's hair just kind of grows until they cut it. I just skipped the cutting it part because it's useless to me. Why would I need to cut my hair, dude? Dimmy. Your name is Dimmy. And your invites are off, of course, because you're another MAGA coward. So, look, MAGA, either get in the box, because that's your one job here, or stop talking. Right? Look, if there are any mods here, feel free to block MAGA if they're not getting in the box. Feel free to block them, just for a little bit. We'll show them what's up. Simon Phoenix, your invites are off, and you're calling me a beta. It's funny how a coward would call me a beta when his invites are off because he doesn't even want to support his president. How hilarious. How hilarious. People cut their hair because they want a job. I've gotten every single one of my jobs without cutting my hair. And I've held every single one of those jobs for longer than you probably have ever held a job. So, good luck with that. Yeah, hair doesn't determine how you do at a job. I hate to break it to you, bud. Trying to look good for your masters is something that a beta does, right? For those people that are calling people betas, I'm an alpha, right? I don't change myself for other men. I'm a high-value male. Look, if you haven't followed, do it. If you haven't joined the team, do it.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going? What's your name? Gene?
Good. Jen.
Jim?
Yeah,
How old are you?
22.
And did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't vote for Trump.
Did you vote for anyone?
I didn't.
Okay,
No.
then see you later. We are only looking for Trump supporters. We're not looking for people who didn't support anyone in the presidential election. I don't know why anybody would assume we are looking for anybody who didn't support anyone in the presidential election. This is obviously a live where we're trying to talk to Trump supporters. If you didn't vote for him, you don't support him. That's the basis level of support. What
What's
is
up?
this name? Chris? Chris?
It's
Can I call
it's
you
Chris. We just talked like the past 3 nights, but I had to change my account.
Oh, gotcha. How you doing, man?
I'm good. So last night I asked you why you voted for Kamala,
Mm-hmm.
and you gave me reasons that mainly center around tax benefits, right?
Yeah, I like to start there usually. But I also did say that she actually focuses on social issues and she herself just isn't a shit human being.
No, I understand that. My question is it wrong that Trump supporters voted for him for the tax benefits?
Yes.
But it's not wrong that you voted for Kamala for tax benefits.
No. Do you know what tax benefits he was proposing?
I'm just saying tax benefits in general. It doesn't matter what they are, whether they're for billionaires or it doesn't matter.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Kamala's tax benefits were clearly better. Do you know what tax benefits he was proposing?
I'm just speaking generally.
Yeah, generally, Kamala's were better. So if you're voting for him for tax benefits, you're a moron. Sorry. Hate to break it to you.
No, but I'm saying you voted for her for tax benefits. And I'm asking.
No, I didn't vote for her for tax benefits. One of the reasons I voted for her was for tax benefits. You're just glossing
Okay.
over the rest of what I said.
No, I said last night you mentioned like 3 things that were tax centered.
I feel like you're really trying to get somewhere. Are you trying to get somewhere?
No, I'm not. I was just asking why it's wrong for a Trump supporter to vote for tax reasons, but not like a Kamala supporter. I'm actually just trying to have a conversation. Like I'm not trying to.
Do you think that my argument is that if you voted for Trump because of taxes, that you're
No,
not a patriot?
No.
You see
no,
the prompt, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So
It's been
do
the
you
same
want to talk
prompt.
about that?
Sure, go ahead. You can ask me whatever you want.
Yeah.
I guess my question wasn't good.
Well, it wasn't really good because
Okay.
your question is, why would I vote for the candidate who is clearly worse on this issue, right? Why is it wrong to vote for the candidate who is clearly worse on the issue that we're talking about? Why is that wrong? That's what you're asking me.
Okay. Then what about social issues? Why is Kamala better for social issues? Or why was
She almost certainly wouldn't have committed human rights infractions by trying to perform mass deportations within like 2 months.
Why is mass deportations a bad thing?
The human rights infractions is what I'm talking
But
about.
they're illegal. They committed a
No,
crime.
they actually aren't. Where's
But
your
they
evidence
committed-
where's your evidence that any one of them has committed a crime? Show me it.
It is a crime to come into the country illegally.
Okay, so what I'm talking about is him disappearing people off of neighborhood streets when they had permanent legal status. Those are the human rights infractions I'm talking about. I'm not talking about deporting people who are clearly deportable.
So you're saying people were deported that were legal citizens?
Not citizens, permanent legal residents that he has absolutely no right to deport.
Are they U.S. citizens or not?
They're permanent legal residents. They have just as much of a right to be here as you or me.
But you can't go to another country and just become a citizen there or have
You
the same.
literally can. You
What-
can
what
come
country?
here and just become a citizen. That's
Where-
how this works.
No,
you
can't.
do you think that there's no
It's a
way to
process.
come to America?
No, there is, but there's a
These
process.
are people who are in the country legally, is what I'm telling you. Are you not listening to me?
I'm listening.
No, you're not. You're still arguing that these people are illegally here. This is not what I'm talking about. Now, keep up, bud.
Hey, man.
No, this isn't a hey man. Like, actually listen to what I'm saying, and I won't get angry. Right? We're talking. Listen to me.
All right.
I'm not going to do this to you. I'm going to listen to what you have to say and respond to it in a cogent manner. Please just do me the same respect.
I mean, I'm listening to you. I'm responding.
You're responding to something I'm not saying. So let me say this again. The Trump administration is removing legal status from people who have just as much of a right to be here as you or me currently. And they're deporting them specifically based on their speech.
I mean, like, okay.
Is it okay?
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm not allowed to respond. Like, you're just telling me, like, as if that's a fact. Like,
No, you heard, I think you actually heard me this time, and yes, it is a fact unless you have literally any evidence that one of the people I'm talking about committed any crimes. Because they haven't been charged with any crimes.
Well, they don't have to be violent criminals to be
They have to be charged with a crime.
Yeah, coming to the country illegally is a crime.
They didn't. The administration isn't claiming that these people I'm talking about came here illegally. What the fuck are you saying? Like, really, with all due respect, what the fuck are you responding to? Do you want to try this again?
Yeah, I don't know what you're so mad at.
I'm mad at you literally just not listening to what I'm saying and then responding to something I didn't say.
But they don't
do that.
They don't deport legal citizens. They don't do that.
They do. They're doing that. That's what I'm telling you.
Can you pull up an article that says it?
Bud, are you fucking kidding me?
Pull something up.
Have you not watched the news?
No, I do.
Just today, a man was deported from his citizenship hearing who currently has permanent legal status.
So
this is an active student on a student visa who was deported from his hearing to attain citizenship because he's on the actual path to citizenship and he's here legally currently, and they deported him out of nowhere. And no crimes have been charged.
Okay,
he's not charged with a crime.
In that one case, that's wrong.
This has happened like 5 times since the administration took over. Are you intentionally avoiding all news?
No, I'm not at all.
Okay, so what are we here for? What are we actually here for? Why did you come up to talk about this?
We're having a chat. I thought you missed me.
Hey chat, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with people who don't give a shit about human beings, actually.
I care about human beings.
Actually, this is what we're dealing with.
I care about human beings.
This right here is a motherfucker who doesn't care about fucking human beings. So that's great, isn't it? Fantastic.
I do. Just come to the country legally.
Yeah, so what happens if they go like a tiny little step further and just start deporting actual citizens, like actual full-blown, born here, 2 citizen parents, citizens, for speech?
You can't do that.
They can't do what they're doing. That hasn't stopped them.
Okay, if you're saying that there's been several occurrences, like 5 occurrences out of the hundreds of thousands of people that they've deported, then that's...
They've only deported like 20,000, bud.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, that's their numbers. That's the numbers they've reported. Where are you getting your shit, dude?
You think they're deporting... You think they're going to deport you for just being a citizen?
Oh, we're just going to gloss over the fact that you just spouted out blatant misinformation, right?
Okay, if it's 20,000, whatever, okay, then I'm wrong.
Good, thank you. It's,
Oh, yeah.
but it's not just that you're wrong, right? Do you want to actually say what you did?
Oh, like that, like this guy said. He said 5 out of 20,000 is a statistical anomaly. Because it
Do
is.
you want to say the bigger issue with what you just did than you being wrong about it?
What?
What was the bigger issue with you saying hundreds of thousands? What was the bigger issue with that?
I don't know what you're getting at.
You don't know? You don't know what the issue would be with that.
No, I don't know what you're getting at.
Okay, so the issue with you doing that is that, one, you don't know shit, and two, you're still willing to propagandize about it as if you do. That's an issue.
It's not. I think this whole live stream is propaganda.
How?
You've said things that aren't true. You were saying things that weren't true.
Like what?
I'll let you know when you say it again.
Okay, so you actually can't cite anything that's untrue.
Like that they're going to deport citizens.
I didn't say that.
You did.
I
You said
literally
they're
did not say that. That was a hypothetical situation, bud. I'm trying to have you think beyond, right? I'm trying to actually make you think about what's happening.
So I'm supposed to
And
think
it's impossible.
hypothetically.
And it's impossible to make you think, is what I'm getting from this.
No, I could think.
It doesn't seem like it. All you're good at is spewing misinformation and trying to steamroll. So, should I let you keep trying to do that, or should I kick you?
I don't know if you should kick me. I thought we were having a good chat.
No, we're not. You're literally trying to propagandize people.
Are all Trump supporters bad people?
No.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Did you think I would say yes?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Everybody, are all Trump supporters bad people? No. Yeah, I can still answer that the same way.
What makes you not a bad? What makes you not a bad person for being like? What makes a Trump supporter not a bad person?
The fact that many of them have been misled by the same types of propagandizing that you were just trying to do.
But
Literally, almost all of them have been propagandized. The difference is whether or not, once you know that he's terrible and actually against rights, whether or not you flip. That's the difference.
I just think it's two different points of view. I don't think he's against rights.
He literally is. Again, let me explain this. Let me explain this slower to you, because you just really, it's not sinking in for you. The Trump administration is deporting people with permanent legal status who absolutely have a right to be here according to the courts and according to every single law that has ever been laid in this land. They have a right to be here. The administration is deporting them for nothing, no crimes that they can cite, except for that they're activists on campuses. They're deporting them for activism. That is anti-constitutional. That is anti-human rights. And there's literally nothing you could say to convince probably anyone here that it's not.
Okay.
You can try.
No, if there's nothing I can say, what do you want me to say? Like, okay.
Like, you really don't get it?
No, I do. You just said there's nothing I can say, so I'm not gonna keep going.
The point is for you to acknowledge it at some point, right?
But okay, all I'm saying is, I'll add "I think" in front of everything I say now, so you don't think I'm spewing propaganda.
Okay, sure. That's a great bailout, I guess. Maybe actually just say things you do know.
Okay, you said that a handful of people are getting deported who have actual citizenship. So out of the handful of people...
I didn't even say that.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You said there's been many instances.
You're just misquoting my position.
Okay. How many people?
At least 5 reported.
That's
widely.
a handful.
Okay, Bud. Okay, so let me get this straight. If one actual fully fledged U.S. citizen was deported for their speech, for just doing what I'm doing here today. That's fine because it's
No.
just one person.
No, it's not.
Okay, then what's
Not
the
for
difference?
speech. Not for speech.
Then what's
for
the
being
difference?
a legal citizen.
They're not illegal citizens. They're not illegally in the country.
So people who are just protesting are getting deported.
Okay, I think there's a real disconnect in your mind with how citizenship works and the process behind obtaining it. So, you can enter the country illegally, right? Then you're an undocumented immigrant. You don't have the right to stay here. You do still have the rights afforded by the Constitution, but you do not have the right to continue occupying space within this country, right? They can deport you. And that's fine. I'm not even fighting against that. I never have.
Okay.
There are different classifications for people who are on the process to obtaining citizenship, right? So eventually, you obtain permanent legal status. This is somebody who literally has a visa. They are doing something that is beneficial to the United States in some way, or they've sought asylum and have been granted asylum. These are permanent legal residents, and they absolutely 100% have a right to continue to live here. The same way that we do. Literally, the only difference with this classification is that their citizenship status can be revoked. The only way it can be revoked is for acts of terrorism. Now, that's the one time we're going to say that word on this live. That's the one time, because I will catch flags for that. That's the only time their citizenship status can be revoked. Literally the only evidence that anybody can find that these people committed any kind of acts that the administration could see in that way is that they're activists. They're talking to people at campuses. They're just talking. That is speech, and it is a roundly protected right. By which amendment?
First.
Nice. What other rights are afforded by the First Amendment?
Speech, protest. I'm guessing the protest is the one you want.
No, I want all
And
five
press.
if you can.
I know it's press, speech, protest.
Speech, religion,
assembly.
press, petition, and assembly. Yeah,
religion,
you
yeah.
got it. Nice. Yes, so, speech. Literally, that's all anybody can find to even think that the administration might have a reason to deport these people. They've not been charged with crimes. Literally no crimes have been brought against them. There was no process. They were just taken. They were disappeared off their streets.
Okay, and I said already, that's wrong. If they are legal citizens and are deported,
Again,
then that's wrong.
but that's what started this, right? There are different classifications, right? So
Okay,
these
if
people aren't
they're
fully
on- if-
fledged citizens,
Okay,
but they
yeah,
are
I'm saying-
permanent legal
okay.
residents.
Yes, then I'm agreeing that that's wrong.
Okay, then what should they do about it? What should the administration do about it?
Probably have a better system.
No, what should they do about the people that are still being detained and or have already been deported due to this?
What should they do about the people that? Okay, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Should they keep them detained?
No.
So they should release them.
Right.
So that's the answer.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, so why aren't they doing that?
I don't know. I'm here on live with you. If I was in charge, I mean.
Let's all hope you're never in charge.
Hey man, I hope the same for you.
All right, yeah, I'm running for local office, so we'll see.
Wait, what state, town?
I'm not telling you any more than that.
Oh, okay.
The right likes to dox people. We all know this.
Oh, I wasn't gonna dox you. I'm happy you're doing
I'm
it.
not worried about you. I'm worried about the right that's in the chat that continuously spams and spouts actual racial slurs and wants the live taken down and wants to see me dead.
Oh, I don't want to see you dead. I like people that have a different opinion.
Right, yeah, you're just on the side with the people who want to see people dead for their opinions.
All right. I mean, like the left hasn't been so great either.
What have they done? What have they done because of people's opinions?
Well, that's actually funny because you said freedom of speech. So the left, actually, Biden's administration was, okay, I'll say I think because I can't quote this exact, but they were paying Mark Zuckerberg to censor certain information.
What do you consider censorship?
And okay, you can have free speech on social media. You should be able to say whatever you want.
What do you consider censorship?
Removing information that the public should know, or
They didn't do that.
they did.
No,
They
didn't.
removed information about COVID.
No, they did not.
That's in the document that Mark Zuckerberg released.
They literally did not remove information. They added extra information. They gave you more information from the free press that
So
contradicted some of these posts.
So why would they pay Mark Zuckerberg to add more information? That doesn't make any sense.
It's fact checking. They paid him to pay the free press to fact check.
Yeah, but okay.
That's not removal of information. That is adding additional information.
Okay, but what about for example, what about Trump's Instagram page getting removed? Do you think that's right?
Yes, because he was spewing hateful shit against their TOS. That was his fault.
But that's freedom of speech.
No, it absolutely isn't, right? So when you're talking about when you're talking about social media at all, there is a terms of service that you agree to when you sign up. We can't talk about certain things. We absolutely cannot talk about some things.
Okay, but
because I will be banned.
What about when Trump almost got assassinated and literally every Democrat on social media was saying that they wish he got killed?
Literally every Democrat. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Come on, there's a lot wrong with me.
Are you kidding me? Literally every Democrat was saying that?
Yes.
Literally everyone. Great. So hyperbole is the truth now. Okay.
Okay. But
maybe stick to just saying I think before everything. Then you can't fail.
You got it, man. I'll do that.
Yeah. What about that? What is your point there as it pertains to censorship?
That's a violation of free speech if Trump's Instagram page gets removed. How is that right?
Because he was continuously spewing hateful bullshit. You're really not getting this. When you agree to a terms of service, you have to actually abide by it to some extent. That's it. This is a private company. They can do whatever they want. Even the problem with if the government was paying Facebook to remove information is that it was the federal government deciding it, right? That's the problem. Your free speech doesn't extend to private entities.
Okay. I mean,
your free speech doesn't extend to my live, right? If you say something that is against the rules of my live, I can just kick you, and you can't complain about it. You can, that's free speech, but like it's dumb.
All right, man.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So like removing people from your private social media platform isn't an infringement of your rights. That's just they're refusing service. It's like somebody at Dunkin' Donuts not serving you because you called them a slur. They're just allowed to not serve you.
Okay, but I feel as though that it's kind of influenced by, I don't think that would just there's a lot of political figures that say hateful things on social media. So I just think it was a little targeted. I said I think.
I understand, but I wholeheartedly disagree with the fact that you think literally almost anybody's account was as bad as Donald Trump's when he got it removed. Just incessant hate speech, man.
What's considered hate speech? What does he say that's hateful?
I can't cite direct tweets, but I have read many of his tweets from that time. Like, I'm not going to sit here and dig into his actual speech, because then, one, I would actually have to say some of these things. and I'm just not going to. But hate speech is speech targeted against any overarching group of people.
I'm not asking for specific quotes. I'm just saying, who has he directed hate towards? Like, what group of people besides Democrats?
Now I have to say this, right? And this is, disclaimer before we even say this, we cannot talk about this specific topic. We cannot. Since TikTok was brought back by Trump, this is a no-go, and you will immediately be banned for talking about this too much. Like,
Oh, really?
5 minutes into this topic, we would get taken down. But Trump has spewed many fucking hateful tweets and actually many fucking hateful words on stages against the entire trans community.
Okay.
That's literally millions of people.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't consider saying that transgender should be in other sports. I don't think
And
that's...
that is the one time you get to say that word.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just telling you.
No, I don't want to get you banned.
Yeah.
No, I just don't think that's,
Your take, and we can...
Was that for me?
What?
Was that heart you did for me?
No, that was somebody joined
No,
the team.
that was for me. Come on, man.
Marla Camarillo Vera, thank you for joining the team. I could have said that better, but I was really in English mode. Anyway.
No, I'm just saying, I don't think that's hate speech. I don't think him saying what policies he believes in is hate speech.
You do agree that policies can be openly discriminatory, right?
Sure, but...
Do you agree that separate but equal was openly discriminatory?
I don't know what that means. What?
Separate but equal was instated as prior to the civil rights movement, right? So black people could use a separate fountain that was supposed to be just as good. That is openly discriminatory,
I thought you were
right?
referring to something today. Yeah, that's discriminatory, yes.
Yes. So saying T people can't play sports is fucking discriminatory. And it's inexcusable to me. Like, I won't even entertain that as a thought. You could add more nuance to it. You could add more nuance to that, and maybe we could have a discussion. But saying T people can't play sports is gross, frankly.
Well, they can play sports.
Okay, thank you. Where's the nuance then? Where do you draw the line?
I think in professional sports, I just think either way someone can get hurt. I mean, I know the percentage of T people in like sports is low, like in the NCAA. I know that's low.
So you think that trans women shouldn't be able to compete against men either?
Yeah.
What are they going to do then? So you're saying they can't play sports?
Okay, let's pretend I'm not, but I'm a biological woman, and I'm boxing you, and now I'm a male. I would hope that you could, I just think you could do more damage, or
for reference, I said T women against men.
Yes. Okay, so
you understand what that means, right?
Yes.
That's male to woman.
Yes.
Okay. That's not what you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Right? So why is that bad?
So you're saying a male to a woman?
Yes. A T woman.
In competition weightlifting, how is that fair?
Does it matter if it's fair?
Yeah, it does.
Why?
Because that's not right. I mean, women have worked their whole lives to get to the...
No. You're misunderstanding again. T women against biological males.
Okay, so... okay.
I'm trying to find a line here, and this is the furthest extreme that you might possibly say is okay.
Okay, so men versus men.
No, T women against males.
I'm saying
in male sports.
Yeah, I still think that's not a good idea.
Why?
But that's what I was saying in the first place, and then you made me think I was talking about something else.
Okay, then your language was wrong because you were referring to people the wrong way. I think
Yeah.
is what
Okay.
happened.
If Mike Tyson is boxing a biological woman,
That wouldn't be happening here.
but it is.
No,
No, I'm just saying.
No, you're totally misunderstanding this. A T woman. Do you understand what they were biologically?
A male.
A T woman is assigned male at birth. Yes.
Okay.
So a T woman against males in male sports, is that okay?
Yes. Yes.
That's fine. What about a T man against women?
See, I'm gonna say yes, but at the same time, if you're going through like I don't know the terminology, but if you're like taking testosterone, you have like performance.
Do you know that testosterone hasn't really actually been linked to athletic success?
Sure, it does.
No, it literally, like, studies have shown that it really doesn't affect it all that much. If at all. There's not much evidence for it.
Okay, I still think it's performance enhancing. So I said I think.
No, I understand that's your opinion, but am I supposed to take your opinion or am I supposed to take the opinion of actual medical professionals who have actually done research on the subject?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, I get what you mean.
it's like, yeah, ban steroids, sure, but like, if there are no studies that have shown that this transition is actually going to give you the kind of advantage that everybody seems to think there is, then what are we talking about? Also, do you know how many T athletes there are in the NCAA?
Yeah, I know it's like 1%, like less than 1%. I know.
It's less than 1%. It's literally 10.
Yeah, I knew it was around there.
Yeah. It's literally a non-issue.
No, it shouldn't be. Just you asked, so I gave my opinion.
Yeah, but but you think it's an issue. That's why I'm telling you, it's a non-issue.
Should it be as big of an issue as he's making it? No.
It shouldn't be an issue at all, let alone one that the President of the United States is focused on. Do you know the problem with focusing on this issue as the President of the United States?
What?
You're inviting violence against these people. You're emboldening people to commit acts of violence.
I don't think it's violence.
No, what he's saying isn't inherently violent, right? In some ways it is, and I could actually argue that it is. But let's take that it isn't. Let's just accept that. It is still emboldening your vicious fucking followers to be violent toward these people.
Okay, but I mean, the left says stuff that, gets the left violent against Trump supporters. Like, you guys, not you specifically, but the left has said things against Trump supporters that makes them violent. Like keying Teslas just because Elon's part of Doge. That's pretty violent. Or burning down
I'm sorry, but I cannot hold the same amount of sympathy for a car as a human being.
Come on. I mean,
No, this is not a come on. As an example, it's terrible.
I agree. It's not the same. I'm just providing examples that both sides can. I'm finger quoting, but be violent against certain groups of people, whether it's Trump supporters, which are people, transgenders, any group of people.
And that's the second time you've said that word.
T.
Yep. So, one, I do not condone destroying anybody's car. I do condone blockading an entire dealership so that nobody can go in the dealership. I do not condone Molotov cocktailing somebody's car. Definitely don't do that, okay? Come on, guys. You're just giving the right fuel. Anyway, I don't condone that. Sure, it's violent. I also don't condone it. This is not tit for tat, is what a lot of people don't get when they come up here. This is not what about. This is Trump emboldening people to actually commit acts of violence against human beings. Millions of people.
I know, but all I'm saying is you're saying that he's terrible because he's inciting violence, but then I'm wondering why you're supporting the other side when they do the same thing. I guess that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I just don't know how you could say that one side is so terrible.
Okay, I have three things to say here. One, not a Democrat. Two, not a liberal. Three, generally don't support the Democratic Party at all.
You don't?
I generally don't.
Oh, neither do I.
The only reason that I'm supporting them at all, especially this vehemently, is literally because Trump is committing human rights violations.
You know, I actually don't like Trump as a person. I think he's a terrible person, but I support the Republican policies.
The Republican policies are to commit human rights violations now.
You just said yourself you agree with. Well, I'm not gonna quote you wrong. You said you. What did you just say?
I said, one, not a Democrat. Two, not a liberal. Three, generally don't support the Democratic Party at all.
Yeah, so that's saying that you low-key support the other side.
No, absolutely not. Do not put words in my mouth. Do not support I support the Republican Party far less.
So you are in the middle. You're a libertarian.
No, I am not a libertarian. I hate libertarians.
Oh.
The libertarians, one, aren't in the middle at all. Libertarians are on the right. They just want weed. Libertarians have rightist policy. Like,
by the way you talk about these policies, it sounds like you're a Democrat.
Because I don't support them. Right? Because I don't support the policies. That's why you think that no, really any of them. I supported Kamala's policies because they were, one, far fucking better than Trump's all around on every single issue. Two, more well thought out. You could actually read her policies in a document. You could actually listen to her enunciate clearly what her policies were. Three, Trump is a fucking idiot who doesn't know how to speak, and when he does, he's spewing hateful vitriol.
I actually cannot name one of Kamala's policies. I've never actually heard her say what she wanted to do. Trump, since the beginning, has had...
Then that's literally your problem. She literally was saying what she wanted to do every time she gave a speech, and she released an 83-page document that laid out every possible issue you could possibly ask for her to lay out.
Do you think Trump laid out his policies well?
No, not at all, again.
That's insane.
This guy speaks like a toddler.
Trump?
Literally speaks like a toddler.
Oh, no,
he cannot hold his train of thought to get through a sentence.
No, I agree. He doesn't have the best vocabulary, but I think he laid out his policies.
No, like he doesn't know grammar.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Where were his policies laid out then?
Come on, since the beginning...
Okay, what's his healthcare plan?
Oh, that he doesn't have.
Great. Fantastic.
No, I'm agreeing. I think that's wrong.
What's his actual fiscal plan?
I'm saying, since the beginning, he said he wants to... What's
his fiscal plan?
He's made his immigration policy clear.
What's his fiscal plan?
Like, financial for the country?
Yeah.
He wants to reduce the national debt.
Okay. You don't do that by signing trillions of dollars of debt into law.
No, I'm not saying he's doing it right. I'm just saying his policies were clear.
No, but you're saying he wants to. But he doesn't want to do that.
How?
Because he's signing more debt into law than literally anybody else ever has. This does not take a lot of thought, man. You can't be serious.
Sometimes I like rage baiting you.
It's not bud.
I feel like we're friends at this point.
I feel like you make me actually sad for the future of our human race.
Come on.
Acknowledge that he doesn't want to eliminate the debt.
I don't know what he wants to do, but
Okay, let's think about this logically. If you wanted to eliminate the debt, do you think you would A, sign less debt into law, or B, sign far more debt into law?
are you talking about the tariffs?
No, not at all.
So what are you talking about? How is he signing more debt?
So you don't know his policies.
I'm asking you.
I know, but that means you don't know them, right?
Well, I guess we're not on the same page. So
I'm talking about his tax policy. Do you know what his tax policy is?
Vaguely, yes, kind of.
Do you know what it's called?
I'm assuming something with Trump's name in it.
No, it's the TCJA, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
Okay.
And it signs $4.3, I think, trillion into debt. And he's already done it once. He said it would pay for itself. It didn't. We just signed $4 trillion to the debt. And he's just extending it to sign $4 more trillion to the debt. Do you think that's fiscally responsible?
No, and I don't think any other president before him has been fiscally responsible.
Do you agree that signing the most debt of literally any administration ever is probably more irresponsible when you're talking about signing debt into law?
I don't know if that's true or not, but
it literally
no,
is. I'm guaranteeing you it is the most ever of any administration. By far.
I thought Obama's was the most.
No. In fact, Trump's first term, he signed a quarter of our debt into law. A quarter of all of it. $25% of the entirety of the debt was because of him directly.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know that.
That's pretty bad.
I'm just taking your word for it. I don't know.
You don't have to say that. I'm not lying to you. You can definitely look this up. I highly encourage you to do that. Please look it up.
This guy said Biden gave all our money away.
And now you're just paying attention to the chat. There we
No,
go. We've lost him.
No.
All right.
All right, we'll be done. Have a good night. I hope it didn't piss you off too much.
No, you legitimately make me sad.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it is what it is. I really fear for our future when it's clear that people just don't learn shit and then are still willing to talk about shit as if they know shit.
Well, talking about it and debating about it helps people learn.
I would think that you would want to come up here to debate with some shred of knowledge.
I have some knowledge.
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. I just haven't seen it based on this conversation. I haven't seen it based on the other conversations so far. At least you can engage. Like, that's good. But actually engage seriously.
I'm getting you views.
That's it. No, my viewer count is terrible. I'm going to say that. Like, I should have kicked you a long time ago if we were going based on views.
Look at all these comments. Everyone's saying that I'm dumb. This is perfect. You're getting all the engagement.
So here's the thing. It looks like you actually lost me most of my right audience.
Yeah.
I'm going to point that out. Like, that's an L.
Is that not what you want? Oh, I guess, yeah.
Usually I would want the guest that's fighting for the right to bring in more people who want to fight for the right.
Gotcha.
So it's just, I don't care. That's my point. Like, I don't care about the views. I don't care whether money's coming in or not. I don't care whether gifts are coming in or not. I actually want to have meaningful conversations, and I actually want somebody to learn something. So if nothing else, just look up how much goddamn debt Trump signed into law. Please,
I will.
for me.
And I just want to say I wish you good luck on running for public office.
Thank
But
you.
I know you're not sharing that, but I wish you good luck.
I
seem like- you seem like a good guy.
legitimately want what's best for every citizen in the United States and every other person on the U.S. soil. On U.S. soil, I want what's best for literally everybody.
Well, I hope so. You're running for public office.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's
well,
not because of that, for the record. I wanted that for the entirety of the time that I've been doing this. And running for public office is a very, very recent development.
No. Good.
So,
Any reason why?
because I absolutely abhor the direction the country's going in. I would love the chance to openly oppose the administration on a stage and perhaps get elected for it because people don't want this.
Would you ever run for a higher office or no?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if I get elected, I will definitely run for higher offices. As
Sweet.
soon as possible.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Have a good
Okay.
night. Take it easy.
I'll probably see you tomorrow.
I'll see you then. Have a good one. All right, if you have not followed, do so. If you have not joined the team, do that as well. Tap that little heart that comes up in the same spot. Give me the 1 coin gift. It only gives me like 1/3 of a cent. I don't want the money. I don't care. I want you to come back, okay? And TikTok's going to help you do that. I'm going to be like every third video on your feed. My live is going to be there, and you'll never be able to forget about me. But you have to join the team first. You got to join the team. Okay? Thank you for the follows. BS, you are clueless. See ya. Oh, yes. This, honestly, half of why I do this is for legitimate, meaningful conversations is going to teach somebody something. And half of it is to read comments like, BS, you're clueless. See ya. I love you, Rick. Davey Mack, I literally just said I really don't care about the money. Thankfully, the people watching me have been very generous. Have been very generous. And I am very, very thankful for that. Very generous. But I'm not begging. I want you to join the team just because it will actually help get my viewer count up. I want viewers. I want people to actually be in here so that we have somebody in the box again, because MAGA are generally cowards that aren't actually willing to come up and talk about what they believe in because they know that what they believe in is bad, right? Literally every MAGA, every Trump supporter knows that he's doing a bad job. Deep down there somewhere, you know he's doing a bad job for America, for the citizens, for our laws. He's not even regarding the laws. We disregard the law. The law doesn't matter to us. What did that judge say? I don't care. He's a rhino. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Crazy times we're living in. I'm buying a Chanel bag for $100. Thank you, Donnie Trumpet. Thank you, Donnie Trumpet. Love it. I'm buying a Chanel bag for $100. Thank you, Donnie Trumpet. What I do know is he is your president. Well, yeah, sure. He is the president. Also, Cobra, your invites are off because, again, MAGA are cowards. In general. Rick, you're still here? I thought you said see ya. I'll invite you again, and then we can talk about what he's doing wrong. I would be glad to. I would actually be glad to talk to you. So I just sent you an invite. It's on the top of your screen. Click accept, or you're a coward. Sorry, tap. You're probably on a phone. You could be on your desk. Well, you are older. You might be on a desktop. Who knows? Literally, the majority of Americans do not agree that he's doing a good job. Literally, the majority do not approve of what he's doing, right? The majority of Americans did not vote for Trump. The majority of registered voters did not vote for Trump. If you think they did, then your facts are skewed, you've been lied to, or you're just bullshitting me. because I know the numbers. So, if you want to talk about that, hit the request, because look, we're out of guests. I might end up having to take a break and come back, okay? Because MAGA's just unwilling to talk right now, and that's fine. At least they're not getting up here and spewing swears and slurs like the last time I tried to go live tonight. Because that's who MAGA is. They come up here and they just slur. Thoughts on what went on in the Oval Office with the president of El Salvador? Oh, man. What's his name? Bukele, right? That's his name, I think. Bukele said, one, he doesn't have the power to return this man. That can literally only mean one thing, because he absolutely would legally have the power. Unfortunately, that could only mean one thing. And then the comment about not generally wanting to not release terrorists. Come on, man. Literally no evidence he's a terrorist. Sorry. Literally no evidence anywhere brought by anyone. Literally no evidence he was ever charged with an actual crime, and that's why he's there. Literally no evidence. Not one bit. Not one bit. It's amazing. It's literally amazing, and for now, I actually might have to take a break. We don't have any MAGA in here, so real quick, if you haven't followed, follow. If you haven't joined the team, join the team. Tap the little heart button. Do that real quick, and I'm going to take a little break and hopefully eat some food and come back in about 30 minutes or an hour. And yes, Riri, I have seen the Google Earth of the prison. Yeah. What I also haven't seen is literally anybody claiming that's anything other than what we think it is. Everybody knows what that is. Everybody knows what that is. Let's try this one more time, Davy Mac. Before I go, I'm going to give you one more chance to not be a coward. Here's the invite. Davy Mac, the invite is on your screen. Accept or forever be enshrined as a coward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Davy Mac's a coward. All right, that's it for now. I will be back very shortly. I'm going to go eat something, and then I will return, and we'll do this again. Until then, just stay golden, okay? That's all I ever really